Nam, 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 nam. Sorry for the technical hiccup, but we are back as promised. The match currently that we are doing a watch along now is between Kamega Homeboys versus AFC Leopard. That is currently ongoing. Right now, it is in halftime. Mhm. The match is currently at halftime. So the FC are leading 2-0. Goal scored by Luangu and Semo. Long goal was an easy goal. I don't call it an easy goal. Like I think it was from a corner. Then he's set free from his marker, finally heading from the purpose. And that was a looping header back to the other post. It was a looping header, and that one put FC 1-0 up. Then in the dying minutes of the first half, in the added time, Semo bounced on I can call it like I think it was like a mistimed challenge from the defender after a very good cutting pass into the box, and he scored a goal through through the goalkeeper's hand. So currently, as it stands, AFC Leopards are leading 2-0 against Kakamega Homeboys in Kakamega Homeboys tough homes like that. I think that's the home for no. I think it's the home ground for Kakamega Homeboys. I think in the remaining matches. So Kakamega Homeboys 0, AFC Leopard 2, AFC leading 2-0 at Mumia's complex. The game is at halftime. So we wait to see if coming as update you on other matches that have been held today. Okay. Welcome back for the second half. Currently, the game has come back for the second half. AFC currently leads homeboyz 2-0. Game is being played at Mumia's complex. Players have come. The game is at 46 minutes. So we are waiting to see if Kakamega Homeboys can mount some comeback in the second half, or they will concede more, or we are hoping AFC can increase the pressure or maintain the 2-goal lead. The fan attendance today is well enough. I think they can see the stands are well filled, but the cloud seems to be gathering. So we are hoping for some rain as the time goes by. I hope it can spare them, but if they're not that well lucky today, they will have some downpour. So the weather says first half it was a very shiny weather, but now the game has weather changed, coming to be a rainy affair. So currently AFC leads. I think the starting lineups are, I don't think the teams have done any changes. Starting lineups are as there as many. Boniface is in goal, Shafik, Potiphar, Moses, Glenn, Eston, Rogers, John, and Oliver are the starting 11 for Canada Homeboys. AFC Leopards have their usual unchanged lineup from the pictured from the team that won last weekend. We have Katafi in goal. We have Luangu in defense. We have Casey at the center back position with Luangu. Then with Nyongesa playing the other side of the right back. Then we have Casey. Of course, Casey is playing at center back. Then we have Mahiga. Mahiga also makes the complete back. But they are playing the back for today. Then in the midfield, we have Awundu, Madada, Tyson as the three midfielders. Then the attacking wing, we have Kenyanjo in one of the wing, Beja and Omune as the leading striker, who also doubles as the captain of the day today. So AFC are comfortably leading with 2 goals ahead. And let's see, as the table stands, where does AFC Leopards, do they have any amount of chance of reaching up to Gor Mahia in the standing chart? So currently, as it stands, AFC have played one more matches more than Gor Mahia. They have played 32 matches. So AFC move within 1 point of Gor Mahia, who play Muranga still tomorrow. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we shall also be hosting the live watch along between Gor Mahia and Muranga City occurring at Nyayo Stadium. So we shall be here to bring you minute by minute updates of what will be happening in that match. So Gor Mahia here are sitting pretty uncomfortable because with just 1 point ahead, if you sleep, you give AFC a chance of walking back into this title which they had already surrendered. I think sometimes back AFC had given up from that title charge. So AFC Leopard at number 2 with 64 points, just 1 point behind Gor Mahia. Then Kenya Police are number 3 with 52 points. Then Nairobi United are number 4 with 42 points. Nairobi United also have played today. They have drew 1-1 with the Posta, 2-2 with the Posta Rangers, the game that also started sometimes early and that has ended. So that leaves Nairobi United in the top 4 with 49 points, having played the 2 matches. So from the other end of the table, we have Sofapaka, who are dead last. I think they have already been relegated. I don't think they have any chance of amounting any comeback in the coming game weeks. They are already, because they have with 18 points after 31 matches. Then Bidco, I think also Bidco is a gone case. I don't think they can amount. Maybe if they win their own match, which I don't think is possible. 31 games played, 24 points. So Ulinzi sits very pretty in the relegation battle with 32 points after 31 matches. Then Kariobangi Sharks at 32 points. Then Posta with their draw today. Yes, they moved to 37 points. They were winning that game. They could have been saved from the relegation battle, but they have 37 points. Also, APS Bomet after their title charge, after their season miraculous survival instinct kicked in, and they have been winning some very good matches. I think after some bonus being promised to them from their patron, Fatima Morkumen, they have done some very good relegation escape. So they are there with 37 points after 31 matches. So we continue to get live updates as a corners with Temo clearing the ball. I think a corner being flagged in. Wait for the corner to be flagged in. I think it was considered by Semo, who evaded that challenge to clear the ball away. So a corner from from Kakamega Homeboyz being swung in. So far, the corner count, AFC have taken 3 corners. No, AFC have taken 2 corners, and Gombos have taken 3 corners. The corner is brought in, swung in, punched by keeper Matash. Earlier today, I think, as we had said, we had 2 matches being played early. Mara Sugar were beaten by Mandare. Mandare, who got 3 vital points that have helped them climb up to 38 points, at least being they have moved from 35, which I think they were number 14. They are now moved to number 12 with 11 points. Nyongesa concedes a corner for AFC Leopard. I think second half, I think AFC are trying to sit back, but I think Cameroon boys have noticed them. They are coming back to attack this. I think they need to do some. They need to attack. I think sitting more in your second half, sitting deep early in the second half does not. So if corner being delivered by Cameroon boys, swung in, cleared by Casey Odiambo. The goalkeeper punches the ball, Casey Odiambo also clears. No, Mune clears the ball. So as we had said, Madare were winners today from Awendo with the 1-0 lead. Then Nairobi United and Costa Rangers played for a 1-1 draw today. So the game for Nairobi United and Costa was played at Police Stadium, and the scorers of the goal were Michael Karamor and Benson Omala scoring for Nairobi United. Then Oliver Maloba and Jackson Macharia scoring for Costa Rangers, who have also done very well since they appointed the new coaches. They have played some matches, and also they have been, I think, assured of safety and being able to play in the league next season. Kamagombas with their dangerous fixture at the edge of the box, swung in by Potiphar and over the bar for a goal kick for AFC Leopard in the 56 minutes. The game still we haven't seen a goal in second half. I think, but Kamagombas are pushing, and the way they are pushing the game, I think it won't be long before this because they are camping literally in AFC Leopard half. So if the opposite doesn't have to do some tactical switches in the second half to see if they can how they can contain the Kamagombas, I think they'll be conceding very soon. But I think in I think just to give because today also we have the FA Cup final. I think we just have to go over the lineup for the starting lineup for the two teams between Chelsea and Man City. That's a final being AFC Cup final being played at Wembley today at starting at 5 p.m. So for Chelsea starting lineups, we have Sanchez, Fofana, Colwill, and Heto. Then Gusto, James, Caicedo, and Cucurella playing in the midfield. Then we have Palmer, Fernandez, and Joao Pedro completing the starting lineup for Chelsea AFC. Then for Man City, we have Trafford in the goal. Then we have O'Reilly, Guehi, Casanova, then Nunes, then we have Rodri is back from his injury, the midfield playing alongside with Silva, then we have Semenyo, Mamouche, then Doku, then Haaland leads the starting 11 for Man City. For substitute players, we have Philip Jorgensen for Chelsea, Joshua Achimpong, Tosin, Taloba, Esagu, Santos, Pedro Neto, Garnacho, and Liam Delap. Then for Man City, we have Donnarumma, Diaz, Tijan Reinders, John Stones, Ake, Kovacic, Ryan Chaki, Savinho, and Phil Foden completing the substitute for Manchester City today. The game starts at 5 p.m. And maybe by that time, we shall just give you an update what will have happened by then, if this game will also be live. So we are heading to 60 minutes. The game still at 2-0. AFC still leading Kamaga Homeboys, who a shot from Kagame Homeboys and it has been saved by the goalkeeper. I think it was a very close. I think that's a very bad and open miss. Kagame Homeboys with an open miss from a very close range because that was a very good comeback, cutback from the right wing that was completely missed by the AFC defenders and finding an unmarked homeboy striker in the box who shot straight at the goalkeeper to make an excellent save. That was supposed to be a goal. Cameroon should have been back into the game, but the ball was clearly saved away by the goalkeeper Katasi, who makes an excellent save to keep AFC to preserve AFC Leopard two goal lead advantage. I think Peter Thiongo is giving the FC defenders a very big headache in that right wing. It was his cutback that was missed, and then also is now just putting the defenders on the toes. Then they have considered a free kick right near the corner. That is Temo with the free kick. No, Owundo with the free kick supposed to be delivered in. Let's see if they can produce something from this free kick. Free kick has been delivered and it has been headed over for a goal kick. Delivered and the turnout has been magnificent for the derby. It's called Ingo Derby happening at Mumia's. Kakamega Homeboyz makes the first sub. Glenn, who is substituted out for Samuel Odaro, who comes in to see if he can produce some magic in the final end. And then Kilmedada receives 0 card for a pull on Kakamega Homeboyz defending the midfield. I think moves are just trying to get this, but they try to shoot a ball from a way outside from the 25th to yard, and the ball is over for a goal kick. AFC Leopard are preparing a substitute. I think the midfield is tearing. They're being overrun in the midfield by Kakamega Homeboyz. I think maybe the coach has seen it and is trying to see if he can make some substitutes. Tyson with the ball. Floated to Kenyan Joy. Kenyan Joy can't take the ball as Marshall off of the ball. Nyongesa. Kenyan Joy. Bridge protest. Oundo with the header. Looking for Mune, who doesn't have Mune. Trying to go for the ball. But it's Marshall out and this fouls the Kakamega Homeboyz defender. That's the kick by the captain Omone. And this is making the first change. I think Tyson is being substituted of today. I think he has been silent today, but he has been very instrumental for AFC Leopard in that midfield, controlling the pace. This is for Boniface Kweyu, who comes to slot straight in the midfield and see if he can add some legs in the midfield. 6 minutes, AFC makes their first substitute. Tyson being brought off for Boniface Quayle. Throw in for Kamega Homeboyz. Well slotted. Dangerous cross. It has been headed out for a corner by Luangu. The Homeboyz are racking up their corner tally in this second half. Corner has been swung in, cleared away by cleared away, but I think the linesman points for a throw-in. I think the ball had not gone out for throw-in. FC Leopards win the challenge and they win a free kick. Amune is furious with the linesman, who I think judged the ball to but I think the ball was still very much in. I think the linesman there did not do a very good look at the ball. The ball was very much inside. I think for that outburst, Omune FC Leopard captain is being carded by the center referee of the day. And Van is not happy for that yellow card to his captain. Telling his players to calm down. I think to me it was just, but I think they could have just handled it easier without but they're leading to nil. There's no need for you to have such a kind of an outburst when you're leading. I think this will be the first win for FC Leopard wins. If they manage to hold on and win this game, I think it will be the first one since they last won in 2022-2023 season. It's brought in Madada slide. Madada loses footing. That's a very weak cross. I think by Beja. Yes, by Beja. It's a very weak cross by Beja. Madada lost his footing there and fled on. It was a very good cutback. If he could have just stayed on his feet, I think he could have easily slotted in the third of the match. Oundo with the throw. Throws it to Boniface. Back to Oundo. To Madada. Madada. Makes a very weak attempt to Omuna with the goalkeeper. I think that's a very innocent. Because they're following the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper takes it very well on. Nyongesa, foul. But I think that's not Nyongesa. That is Mas. A free kick for AFC Leopard. We are in the 70th minute. Coming homeboys with a corner, being swung in from the left side, right side. Swung in corner, cleared by Casey. Shot! Shot by Katasi. It was a shot from out of the box that was clearly on target, but it has been saved by Matasi. A very good save from Matasi because he was able to see it through all those defenders and players driven by Owundo. That was a definite goal there. Could have been a very classical goal from over near the 30th line. The shot that volley, the volley of the ball that was very well struck. Kamego Homeboyz fans wondering what happened to this game because they're trying to create anything, but I think today it doesn't. Everything seems not to be working. But I think they have been in a very bad form, so today is not a very big surprise for them. They have not won. I think in the last three matches they've drawn twice, no, lost twice. I think had a draw, but they are really trying. They are attacking lineup is really trying to affect the game, but I think the Lady Luck has not just stuck with them. They have been the better side in the second half, creating very many chances. A foul by the AFC from a foul for Omega Homeboys. Omega Homeboys swing in a free kick, and they're appealing for a penalty. They're claiming somebody from the AFC side handball the ball. I think it was ball to hand. I think yes, trying to hit the ball. I think it may have touched his hand, but I think the hand was too close to his body, and it was from very close range from the header. And Rogers Ouma is yellow carded by the center referee of the match today. Another foul swinging. No, it was a throw swung in by Cameroon Boys, but it has been cleared by AFC Leopards. Luango commits a free kick, be swung in from Kakamega Homeboys, and the ball has been cleared away. Has been well caught by the goalkeeper Katasi. The thing has been injured. I think they just have to play sometime. I think there's an offside, and the referee has to play for the weapon to receive treatments. Umune controls the ball and issued a pass to Boniface. Umune shot just inches wide of the goal post. I think Munyendo, that could have been a third one for FC. They came very close after a very good cutback and a very nice life, I think, from Madara to Munyendo, who tries to cast the ball away from the goalkeeper. But I think he was just inches away. And the ball slides over for a goal kick for Kakamega Homeboyz with another change. Bring in Nyabuto in for Moses Mudavadi. Moses Mudavadi, who is the longest serving player, I think currently in the Kenya Premier League. He has been at Kakamega Homeboyz for I think over 18 years. That's what I'm saying, over 18 years. So he's the longest serving player who's been brought off. I think he has stayed with the Kakamega Homeboyz since the inception. And has been a very good servant. So currently, as I told you, the table stands, AFC are inching 1 point away from Gor Mahia, who plays tomorrow against Muranga Seal. And we shall be here live covering that match, giving you minute by minute update as Muranga Seal face Gor Mahia at Nyayo Stadium tomorrow. In the 80th minutes, currently, and AFC Leopard still leads 2-0 against the Kakamega Homeboyz. I think AFC Leopard are preparing for 2 more subs. I think Victor Aguero will be prepared to come in. I think going to replace. Then also we have Change who are being primed, who are being prepared for the second. I think the assistant coach for AFC Leopard receives a yellow card. I don't know for what. But I think Hassan Beja is being replaced by Victor Otieno, who has sent me to see if he can produce something or add a third goal for AFC Leopard as they pile more misery to Kakamega Homeboyz. Kenyanji, who has been silent today, I think second half has been better level, but the second half has been silent. He's being substituted off and being replaced by Ronald Sichenje. Yes. There's a tactical tweet from Coach Ambani, who has seen it fit to rest some of his starters. Homeboyz is a clear chance, but they think they just shot over. That they were trying to go for power just instead of skill and placement, and the ball rises over very high. More of a conversion. The ball is very high. More like a conversion. But I think the game still remains 2-2. That was a very bad miss by Luang, who was trying to go for the ball. He left the kind of Homeboyz play with wide open too much. But I think the mind is tired. The body side, the players choose to go for power instead of just placement, and the ball rises over the back. 84th minute, AFC Leopard still leading 2-0 against Mega Homeboyz. I think that's the earlier match with Marashuga being beaten by Madare 1-0. Madare, who needed that point desperately to at least evade the relegation battle. I think they have gotten it and they're 38 points today. I think Marashuga are safe from the cuts with the some 2 games remaining, I think, for them. Omune tries the control. Omune loses the ball. Victor Aguero. Victor Aguero tries a through pass to Munyando, but I think the ball goes over for free kick. Those are your 2 scorers for today. Luang with the cutback header, and then Sam pouncing on a very lapse in defense to that is Munyendo trying some. I think it was closed down quickly, but then chooses to opt for a throw in. I'm going with the ball into the box, and has been cleared away. 86 minutes of play. Yes, Leopard Victor Guerrero commits a foul on Batambuzi. So tomorrow, tune in. We are going to have the match between Moranga Steels and Gor Mahia. I think our taking pictures for today, I think will be a thing of the past. For tomorrow, we shall be live from the first minute, the 90th minute, to see if Moranga can cause an upset and give AFC Leopard some hope as we head into the final 2 matches. Yes, if I'm not wrong, they have two matches. I think 2 matches remaining. I think yes, 2 matches remaining. So we wait to see if there'll be an upset or Gor Mahia will still hold that 4-point gap as we wait to count them the title. I think we call them the champions in waiting. But if they sleep tomorrow, they give AFC Leopard a chance to be able to have some hope as we head into the last 2 final matches of the league. So today we had 3 matches, as we said. Nairobi United and Posta Rangers played out for a 2-2 draw. Marashuga were beaten by Madare. Kakamega Homeboyz are losing 2-0 to AFC Leopard. So tomorrow, the 17th, we have 2 matches. Bidco, I think who they are fighting in the league has been sealed. They are there with the 24 points. I think it will be very difficult for them to climb from that hole. But they said they're doing very well. I don't know what happened to them midway. They are playing against Shabana. So we wait to see if they can amount anything tomorrow. Then we have Marangatil and Gorma, the match we shall be bringing for you at 4:15 p.m. So that is the schedule of tomorrow. But I think the other matches are going, I think, because of the Mudat Cup games. I think they'll be playing in the midweek. We have Bandari and Epsilon. FC Police Bomet playing on Wednesday. Kenya Police and Karibangi Wednesday. Spopaka and KCB Wednesday. And then Ulinzi and Tusker playing also on Wednesday, the 20th. That will be the fixtures for game week 32. Yes, I think we have, after this round, we shall have 2 more matches to go. I think if you can look just there at the player start who has been the key start this year for top scorers, we have Joseph Irungu Edera from Marangatil was 16 goals, Paul Okoto Diambu from Ulinzi was 14 goals, and then Olivia Machaka Auko from Kakamega Homeboyz who has 9 goals. Then the assist stand, we have John Owili. I think this one is from Mar. I think Mar. Then Kenji from FC with 7. Then Ronald Change from FC with 6. I think game ends at the 90th minute. 5 minutes have been added on by the linesman of the match today. I think the officials have had a very good match here today. I haven't seen so much controversy from today. I think today they are, apart from just missing one or two calls here, they have had a very decent match. But I think the clouds hold up. I think there was some luck today from the teams. Kakamega clouds hold up. I think I can see some rays of sunshine beaming through the stadium. I think the rain will fall sometime back. If you know, Kakamega is the rain season in the western side of the country. So, and it always has downpours in the afternoon. But I think the cloud that had gathered up today, I think, gave some light for the game to continue. 91st minute, if trying an attack, I think Munyero just trying to go down, trying to buy a free kick, but the referee is not having none of that. He waves plays on. And the Homeboyz wins a goal kick. From the goal kick, they boot straight to AFC for goalkeeper. Katasu tries to waste some time and trying to lie down after a simple ball catch. I think it has been a very good match from AFC tactically. They not have to spend so much energy struggling for the goals. I think the goals they employed the game plan in the first half, getting some very two coveted goals. And they just decided, you know what, second half, let's do the bare minimum of just trying to defend this 2-goal lead. And they've done it perfectly well. I think they have played, you can say they have played the coach's playbook, keep the ball, and when you don't have it, don't use so much energy, just stay in your area and let the opponent come to you. And also just ensure the ball because they reach a point where Kamagombos were just trying to shoot us from both, and from there in the kind of not going to be skilled, the kind of just the shot they take, they call this shot, they just end over the box. Kamagombos there with that a free kick. Munyanda is trying to claim he was elbowed. Owundo trying to claim he was elbowed there. Let's see. The medics have been called in. Try to see if we can offer some first aid to him. Let's see if it was an elbow. I think it was an elbow. I think he was just elbowed. The striker just elbowing Munyendo there in the chin. Hopefully he'll be okay. To the 4 years to go, but I think the striker there elbowed. It was a very clear elbow. I think the referee should this time more protect the players. That's a clear elbow. There's pretending that he was injured. I think the match is in the 93rd minute. Kakamega Homeboyz technical bench just wondering what happened today. I think they have had their cards over the AFC Leopard for the last 2 seasons. Have been a very big stumbling block for AFC Leopard, but I think today was not their day. I think Semo was elbowed. They're clearly elbowed. But the referee is a free kick to Kakamega Homeboyz. I think they stopped the match. I think I can give it to Kakamega Homeboyz there with a clear goal. Yes, and Kakamega Homeboyz get one goal back. I think that was weak defending from AFC Leopard. Katasi, yes, initially punched the initial ball, but punched straight to Kakamega Homeboyz defender, which Nyabuto, the substitute, just tapping it home from very close range. It's a goal late on in the second half, late on in the added time. They're claiming for an offside, but there's no offside there. I think the AFC Leopard defender just gave up and started to refuse to follow up the ball. Katasi with a very nice save. I think Katasi did a very nice save there. Kakamega Homeboyz with a very clear unmarked defender in the box alone, and he slots home from close range. I think we can call I think Kakamega Homeboyz get a consolation goal right in the dying minutes of the game. With Nyabuto, the sub. I think it paid some effort, some faith from the coach. I think Nyabuto Kakamega Homeboyz back AFC Leopard with the clearance of the ball. The Navi ending for AFC Leopard, who just have lots of confidence there, gifted Kakamega Homeboyz the ball. 96 minutes, Kakamega Homeboyz with the ball. They try to bring it forward, but the center referee blows his final whistle, and the match comes into an end. Jubilation from AFC Leopard fans in the stand, players on the pitch lying, thanking the Almighty God. The AFC Leopard claimed the bragging rights in this Ingo derby from Mumia's complex. 2 goals from Luangu and Semo in the first half were enough to sustain a late charge, which came from the goal from Nyabuto, scored in the 94th minute. AFC Leopard fans happy. Sukuti playing louder, Gada playing louder. I think as they march back to Mumia's town, the town is going to be painted in blue and white, and the drums are going to roar higher in the streets of Mumias today, as the fans will be happy with the results, with the performance of the team, despite the team trying to focus on the result. But I think what comes down to, they'll tell you that it doesn't matter. The scoreline doesn't matter. What matters the most important at this stage is the 3 coveted points, which are already bagged from AS Leopard. And live from Mumias Complex, the games come to an end with AFC Leopard having the bragging rights in this Ingo derby from Mumias Complex, with 2 good goals in the first half from Luangu, the defender, and Temo, giving AFC Leopard the lead, and then from a late charge by Katasi. No, a late charge from Kakamega Homeboyz, who score 1 again from Katasi, him the clean sheet today. It has been a very good game, nice game, end-to-end game for Kakamega Homeboyz, who have gave it their all, but I think it was late. The goal was very late for them to sustain a comeback. The game ends here at Mumias Complex. Kakamega Homeboyz 1, AFC Leopards 2 goals. And from us here at Inside Sports, we say goodbye. Let's meet tomorrow for Muranga Steel and Gor Mahia. See if there'll be any hope there for AFC Leopard fans who will be praying. I don't think they'll be praying facing all mountains in the western side of the country to see if anything can fall their side, any hope. They get anything, they'll catch at any straw. There is a river that's flowing, but they'll try to claw at any straw, see if they can have something to celebrate at the end of this season today. So the game ends, AFC Leopard 2, Kakamega Homeboyz 1. From us at Inside Sports, bye bye. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.